Hello. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone? How is everyone today? It was a nice on and off rainy day today. I love the rain. With the rain comes renewal. All right, for those of you who are here right now, please let me know you can hear me okay. Well, what does dollar sign thing do? Uh, oh, I ain't mean to. Okay, I didn't know what that meant. Okay. Sup, yo? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Intuitive Hour. All right, we got a few folks in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. First things first, y'all know how I am. Let's get into this grounded flow for a moment. Let's get grounded and become present in this moment. So just take a couple seconds, and if you're sitting up in the bed, sitting on the ground, just make sure we're on our complete sit bones on the booty cheeks, if you don't mind. Let your back be straight. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths or a few deep breaths together to ground and come into this present moment. As you inhale, please be sure to fill your belly with air. We're going to get out of our chest, get out of fight or flight, and get into real breathing. So you're going to breathe in into your belly. Exhale, navel is going to meet spine. We're going to take 3 deep breaths there. We're going to inhale in and out through the mouth. One more time. We're going to inhale in through our noses, out through the mouth. Last time, in through our noses, out through our mouths, releasing what no longer serves. Right now, in this moment, I go to the highest and I ask for ultimate protection that anything that means us any harm cannot penetrate. Allow this reading to touch whomever it needs to touch and deliver whatever messages necessary. I thank you. I am in the utmost gratitude with the divine source energy in this space and time and always. Ashe. All right, guys. Hey, nieces, nephews, pathwalkers. What's good, famo? Y'all know it's your intuitive auntie coming to you live for the intuitive hour. So go ahead, grab your tea, your journal, whatever you need to chill and receive tonight's downloads, okay? Um, Pretty much we're gonna be going with the flow tonight, y'all. No notes, just vibes and spirit, okay? We getting into it. Um, but first, I gotta come at y'all with the cosmic tea because we do got a little bit of cosmic tea going on out there. Okay. So as y'all know, the sun right now is in Scorpio. Sun is our vitality. It's in the sign of Scorpio right now. So that's like deep emotional water. Boo. Okay. Scorpio energy asks us to transform what's hidden, face our shadows, and get real with ourselves about what needs to change, boo boo. Yes, and unfortunately, your girl, your auntie, has Scorpio and Pluto, which a lot of people in my generation does. And oh, having it in Pluto, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video. But anyway, but this week though, let's not forget Wednesday is going to be the first quarter moon phase. Okay. First quarter moon phase, simply put, it's just that phase where the obstacles come up where you got to make some choices and decisions. Okay. With that, this phase is going to be in Aquarius. And basically, whenever the moon is in a quartered state, it's squaring something, which is going to cause some tension. Okay. some tension, maybe some obstacles, whatever the case may be. All right. But this is like basically what, how can I say this? So it's like the part of you that wants emotional intimacy, your Scorpio energy or the Scorpio energy, is clashing with the part of us that needs freedom and perspective. Now, this is more so going to affect people who have this going on in their charts, which, if you haven't had a chart done by me, please come holler at your girl. We'll work something out. But still, I tend to use the elements of the moon cycle to kind of help navigate my daily life. And I want to share that with y'all. But basically, all that's going to be happening is we got Scorpio emotional intimacy squaring or having some tension with our personal freedoms and perspectives. So basically, all this is going to be asking us coming up Wednesday is, where am I holding on too tightly? What in my life am I holding on to too tightly? And where do I need to loosen my grip and just trust the process? Okay. Y'all already feel this energy coming at us, right? Because they hit me in my throat chakra, my heart chakra, and my solar plexus all at the same time. But anyway, I digress. So we're gonna get into these cards. And I was thinking it was probably gonna be good to just kind of, since the energy is pretty much asking us where are we holding on too tightly and where do we need to loosen our grips. I'm gonna do what I like to call an energy spread. And it's a 3 card spread where we're gonna be looking at, one, where are we putting in too much energy? Two, I mean, where am I not putting in enough energy is one. Two, where am I putting in too much energy? And three, what would life look like for me if I created more balance? And if y'all cool with this, give me a thumbs up, something. Let me know if y'all cool with vibing with this and these cards telling our entire life. That's what it does. It likes to tell on us. It likes to tell on us. Bring everything out in the open. Oh, okay. Let's roll with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. I do not own the rights to that music. And I wish they would with my voice. Okie dokie. All right. So let's get the shuffling. Oh, sorry. I'm hitting the camera. All right. Let's lean with it. Rock with it. Ooh. All right. Spirit want me to pick, and that's okay. All right, so card one. Where am I not putting in enough energy? Where are we, cards? Where are we not putting enough energy? Okay. Mm. Oh, let y'all see that one for a minute. Discontent and boredom. So it's asking me, where are we not putting in enough energy? And first and foremost, when I look at this card, I see the number 4. That's the first thing that peeks its little head up at me. It's the number 4. And if you don't know, the number 4 tend to mean it's about structure. I always, that number 4, that number doggone 4. It's about structure, foundation, stability, manifestation. So I already know this is dealing with structure. What am I not putting enough energy into? I already know. What are we not putting enough energy into? So it looks like, y'all, we being a little bit stagnant. Okay. Maybe we might be feeling a little restless, being impatient. Things ain't coming our way fast enough. Um, this could also pertain to a relationship, a project, or a situation. Um, so energetically, I'm not putting enough energy into the things that I want. I say I want structure. I say I want stability. I say I want to be less discontent and less bored. But where can I add a piece of me or a piece of energy into it to make it happen? And see, that could look like if I'm sitting around the house bored and I'm craving to be around other people, then why am I not getting out and getting around other people, trying new sceneries, surrounding myself around like-minded individuals who are achieving the things that I want to achieve so that I can learn from them. You know what I mean? And then I realized too, when looking at this card, if I am to surround myself around the things and the people that I am wanting to achieve, the things I want to achieve, the people that are already achieving the things that I want to achieve, then that may be the way to open up that door, that window, to show me a way into that avenue. You know what I mean? So I'm not putting enough energy into either becoming competent in the things that I want to achieve or surrounding myself around the right people, the right situations, or the right energies in order to build this and make this happen. Okay. Now that's where I am not putting in enough energy. Now let's look at where am I putting in a little bit too much energy. That's interesting. And I like that this card came up, patience and planning. Y'all, sometimes we can get stuck in the planning. Sometimes we can get stuck in, well, it's going to come. I'm just going to sit here and wait. And that can easily turn into lethargy, lack of focus. Um, you'll hear some folks say, "Oh, it's coming, so I ain't got to worry about it. It's coming." But yeah, I still got to do the footwork. I still got to do some work in order for it to happen. So sometimes the patience and planning, I could be mistaking my patience and my planning for fear. I'm afraid of doing something. So instead of making the move or taking the first step, I'm like, well, I'm still planning. I'm being patient when really I'm being fearful or lackadaisical. Um, Also, flip side to this card, which is really interesting, is sometimes, especially with this card coming up, it could also be letting me know that where am I willing to release control so that things can happen? So maybe I'm putting too much energy into controlling or trying to control the outcome versus just letting it happen and trusting faith and just going with it. How you like them apples? And then the number 7, let's not forget, the number 7 is all about reflection. It's about knowledge or discovery or assessment. Okay. So, yes, this is patience and planning. And yes, planning is all about assessment and knowledge. But let's think about reflecting. It's time for me to reflect and look at what am I trying to control and what am I not trying to release? Because it already says the things that we need to be looking for as this first quarter moon comes into effect on Wednesday. Where am I holding on too tightly? And where do I need to loosen my grip? Now, red in this deck is basically the Pentacles card. Am I holding on to my money too tight? Afraid of what might happen? Oh, Spirit, you talking to me too loud. Okay, sidebar. Don't y'all hate when y'all say something out loud and it pertains to you probably more than the people you talking to? Oh, spirit, spirit me, spirit me, spilling the tea. But anyway, I digress. That's funny. Anyway, so what do I need to release control of? Go out there and get what you need. It is already there for you. Like I told y'all the last reading we did the week before last. No matter what's going on outside our windows, what they saying is going on them televisions, them televisions, no matter what's going on, we have a destiny to fulfill. And it's there for us to fulfill, but we have to go out there and get it and stop trying to control every damn thing. You know what I mean? We don't have to go at it that way. Now I will say, pay attention to your finances. There's nothing wrong with that. Have a budget, have a plan, but don't let that plan be so doggone controlling that you losing everything before you get it because you have a fear of you not getting your way. And you have to understand, fear is just that, false evidence appearing real. And the only thing we fear, the things that we fear, are the things that we are afraid of losing or when we're not going to get our way. So, where am I putting too much energy? Where are we putting too much energy? We're putting too much energy into the planning part, and that's turning into control. Don't fool yourself. It's not planning. We're trying to control something. Release the control. And as old folks say, let go, let God. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get those sayings from back in the day and let them pertain to your everyday life because them sayings was the truth. I now realize. Um, this card is also letting us know it's okay to pause, but don't get stagnant. We paused. We took initiative and we paused, like Spirit was asking us to do. And in our situations, we may have had some medical stuff going on, or some financial stuff going on, or having to move, or some things that required us to just take a complete and total pause. But now that time is up. It's time to move. It's time to do something different. Okay. Last card. Now, to remind you, the third card is all about what would life look like for me if I created more balance. Ooh, this sacrifice card came up last time too, y'all. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. All right. So just so you know, this card here represents what is the Hermit card in the regular tarot deck. Okay. So what would life look like for me if I created more balance? It's time to be self-sacrificial. And then it's also time for us to kind of look around and see in our lives what needs to be released. Everything we've been saying, it comes right back to this full circle. Um, and it's saying squarely, this is a major arcana card. Your major arcana cards are the big deal event cards. These are the cards that it's best to listen to. The other cards, there's basically little markers along the way, but this is telling you to let go of what doesn't serve. Now, if we're unsure of what that is, the best way to figure it out is to write about it. Write about yourself. Go to Spirit, ask Spirit to guide your hand, and you just write. Don't even read, don't even pause, just write. And then when you feel like you've written enough, go back to that piece of paper and you read it and you see yourself, see the truth. And then those are the things we need to release. It'll show up around you. Are you tired? Are you frustrated a lot of times? Because if so, there's some things going on. You know, there's a way. So I tell my clients this all the time. If there's something you're hearing a lot about yourself And as soon as you hear it, you get that gut feeling like you're on a roller coaster and it makes you feel uncomfortable. 9 times out of 10, it's true. If it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, walk like a duck, it's a duck, y'all. Like it is. It's a duck. Also, with this, there are rewards that comes from sacrifice. The rewards comes in the form of we get to grow and transform. We get to become anew. Another thing is wisdom. You gain wisdom from all of the mistakes. Learn it. Pack it in a bag. Don't forget what you learned. We're all going to have mistakes. We're all going to make them. Those are just the obstacle courses of learning. Make the mistakes. That's where you learn from it. When it becomes an issue is when we make the same mistakes over and over again, expecting different results, and then we end up in the same boat over and over again. We got to change at some point. And then another big reward of sacrifice is gratitude. How many times a day do you just sit back and name 10 things that you are truly grateful for? Like the breath in your lungs, being able to stand upright if you can, being able to wake up, putting a little something in your belly, being able to see the sun come up and the sun go down. And if you can't actually see it, feel it hit your skin. Gratitude. It's a lovely way to see your reward. This card is also letting us know that there possibly is a situation happening in our life that we have absolutely no control over the outcome. So I say dive in feet first, pray about it, and let go and let flow. Be like water. It's not easy. Trust me. Some days I do it better than others. This card is also going to give us a moment. Like I said, in the last card with the patience and planning, maybe we've been sitting in this place too long, but sacrifice brings us right back to it, and then we get to utilize it better. We pause for reflection. We pause for advice from the hires on what to do next. One big area of control for me before I went through my transformation is just trying to do it all myself. I have the magician that lies within me. The magician is the second major arcana card in the tarot deck. And the magician lets me know that I have everything I need. I just got to seek higher guidance to, it's there. It's intuition. Just got to listen. Y'all remember those shows back in the day when it used to be the good angel? I mean, the angel, the good angel and the bad angel, the white angel and the red angel on each side of the shoulder. And the character in the show more than likely would go knock off the the good angel and follow the red the red angel. Okay, so at the end of the day, let's stop knocking off the white one, y'all. Let's listen to our conscience and our intuition and try to do something different. Do what you don't want to do. Is what I like to tell people. All right, so we've seen where am I not putting in enough energy, where am I putting in too much energy, and what life will look like for me if I created more balance. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Need me to ask these cards anything? If so, your time is now. Y'all know I got the dice. And if you haven't been here before, I have these beautiful astro dice where if you want me to, I will roll them for you and we will kind of get down to the nitty gritty of what's going on in your life directly, where we look at the situation itself, the emotional side of the situation, and the area of life. And then I'll give you a beautiful above affirmation card. Yes, I said above affirmation because this card goes a step above an affirmation. It gives you a choice and a possibility to do with that situation. The choice is yours. Y'all tell me what y'all want to do. I can either pull another card for you directly or roll these dice for you. Let me know. I got you, Tab. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, all right. Let's get them so you can see what's going on. All right. Get in there. Okay. I'm sorry. See, I'm being impatient, y'all. My bad. Oh, get in there. All right. There we go. All right. So, first things first, we got the planetary die. Now, the first die is the planetary die. That's the die that's going to tell us what the situation is itself. And this is a Mercury. Mercury, that is the glyph for Mercury. If you can see it, I know you can kind of see the sides, but it's this part right here. This is the glyph for Mercury, okay? And Mercury is the planet of communication. All right. So the situation itself is already letting me know that there may be a communication issue or an intellectual matter. Let's go into the emotional side, which is the actual zodiac dice. And the zodiac dice is popping up as good old beautiful Gemini, which Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So this is kind of dope. Let's keep going with this. This is cute. Okay. So Gemini is about seeing both sides, first and foremost. You know, it's a two-sided energy. Um, Maybe there's some overthinking going on here, the emotional side of the situation. Maybe we're overthinking or oversharing. Is there a possibility that there's some manipulation taking place and we don't really know what to do with it? Rather, it's coming from ourselves or from someone else. And then when we get into the house area of the die, which is the number two. Whoa, I just realized this. Once again, Tab, and okay, Tab, this is the money house. This is about monetary value or the wealth area of your house. Okay. Maybe did something come up missing, girl, and you trying to figure it out? Because sometimes it can mean that. But there's a lack of communication about money. And you're trying to see both sides of this situation, and you don't. Let me know, are you in a place where you feel like you are oversharing or you're doing your best not to overshare to get to the bottom of the situation? Whoa. Okay. Okay. It's nothing wrong with life starting over. Sometimes we need a reset. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Life starting over gives us, okay. Life starting over gives us an opportunity to do something different. It can seem chaotic at first, especially when you're used to things being a certain way. And I don't know if you were here from the very beginning, but that's exactly what we're about to come up against coming Wednesday. Like this square with Scorpio and Aquarius and this moon, it's going to allow us. Ah, so some things did come up missing. And let me tell you something. It may seem like things are missing, and we can get that easily misconstrued with things being taken away or things being removed. Let me say it that way. Sometimes things are removed to shake us up so that we can rely on the thing that matters, the guide of the hires. I'm trying to tell you. I went through a situation not too long ago where many things were, at the time, I felt like things were just snatched from my ass. But I learned later as I went through my transformation that things were being removed because if I had all those things at my disposal, I wouldn't seek out what matters most, which is humility, trust, contentment, gratitude. It literally had to bring me to my knees for me to be able to trust the things that can never be taken away from us versus the monetary things, the material things, the relationships. And then these will bring us to a place where we have to squarely look at ourselves and the relationships we're having with ourselves. Sometimes we will get to this place where we seek out, this is what I want this person in my life to be. And we'll seek that out, but we never take the time to see, do I do this for myself? Or am I trying to get someone else to do it for me? Like, do I do these things? Like, have you ever made that list and you're like, I want my partner to be compassionate and loving and understanding and know how to communicate. Am I loving? Am I compassionate? Do I know how to communicate? You see what I'm saying? Let me know if that hit home. But yeah, so once again, that makes a lot of sense. And don't overthink this situation. Just go with the flow. You don't have to overshare about it. It is your circumstances. Get to the other side so you can build a story. I have, I have, I feel like I have Phoenix in it. Oh, I got a friend for you. She got a Phoenix tattooed on her chest when she went through her Phoenix moment. Absolutely. You come from the ashes, baby. Yes. That is a beautiful way of looking at it, sis. I hope I helped you out, boo. And you got this, and know that you're not alone. And if you need anything, anybody to talk to, and if y'all don't know already, join that in my Intuitive Hour group on my website. It's there. We can have open communication anytime. I'll pull a card anytime. It's for y'all. The link is in the bio, okay? In my description. All right, who's next? Who wants some dice or call? Oh, hold on, Tabby, before you move off, boo. We got to give you an above affirmation card. Oh, that one fell out. Ooh, child. I didn't even get the shuffle all the way. And it just fell out. Yeah, I'm trying to lay it on the dice like I did the last time. Boom, there it is. So, boo, it says, what if it's possible that you have the courage, commitment, and clarity to take your next step? Choose to take your next step with confidence, determination, lightheartedness, and ease. Okay? That's just for you. All right, who next? Somebody want a dice? Somebody want a card? Somebody want both a dice and a card? Let me know. A dice. The dice. Oh, me dice. Hey, Devil Love. It's good to see you, sis. All right. Oh, I don't know why I pulled these off. Okay. All right. Me dice. Me dice. Oh, girl, they just flew over here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have this brain just went away. But I have this display right here. And I love that the nine, no, the six went to maybe. Remember that? Maybe. The Venus, which is what this is in the full moon energy, which is landed right here in the full moon. And then we have Sagittarius energy, which looks like it's closest to the E, or it may require me to rephrase. I think that's really dope. But anyway, just hold on to that and we'll get to it. It'll make sense soon. All right. Hold on. All right. So there. Here we go. Situation. Your situation itself is in Venus. Venus, the planetary die. This is the situation. Um. All right. So this is pertaining to relationships, and it could be platonic or romantic. Um. It can also pertain to desire. Okay. So the situation itself has to do with relationships and your desire. And desire for what? We're going to find out. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, well, say less. So, with it being in Sagittarius, this is about your desire in your search for the truth, in your search for adventure. Okay. Am I making the right decisions here? With it being in your sixth house, once again, Deb, if I'm not mistaken, tell me. No problem, boo. Anytime, niece. Anytime. That's to Tabby. Anytime, niece. I'm here for you, boo. Now, Deb, let me know. Don't you remember that the last time we rolled these dice for you, the sixth house came up again? And I mean, that time as well. And with the sixth house, it's just talking about your day to day activities. It represents health as well. But this, with it being Venus, love, allure, I mean, desire and allure, and then your platonic relationships on top of your sense of adventure, your longing for truth, seeking some form of calmness, and then in your sixth house, in your day to day activity, girl, we got to finally get to a place where, which I know more than likely, whatever decision you're having to make, which is causing this energy shift right here with what the dice are saying, I think you've made peace with it on your own. It's just, are we trying to people please? Or like, are we feeling like, it's like I'm almost feeling like you're feeling like the decision you're making is still feeling like it's going to cause you some kind of pause or do reverence. I'm going to pick a card for you because we need more clarity finally. Because the dice are just pretty much letting me know this is what you're feeling. But we got to get to the other side of this. Oh, what did it say? Oh, girl. And she said what she said. Prosperity begins. Girl, go for your prosperity. Stop worrying about people. Stop worrying about people. Stop worrying about all that. Go with your prosperity. See, I'm gonna read this directly from the book for you because there's gonna be no wiggle room. Let's go right to what the books say. Okay. Hold on. I want you to hear this loud and clear. Where there is no right here. Okay, we go. Oh, sorry. Hold up. What? Oh, because I can't read. Okay, my bad, y'all. I can read. I just wasn't reading. All right. So right here, I'm gonna read this directly from the book, just for you, Steph. Listen to this. It said this card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. Listen to this, Devin. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. So before I keep going, I'm going to ask you that question because this moon coming up is telling us, where am I holding on too tightly and where do I need to loosen my grip and trust the process? Okay, that's the theme tonight. All right, and with that theme, this is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. It's telling you to expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. This is why this keeps coming up for you. Now, the signs are a little different, and I like that the emotional side of the dice is different this time around. It's in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of adventure. That archer, he's holding the bow and arrow, the Sagittarius. When he pulls that bow, he's aiming at something and he's going to shoot it. That's Sagittarian energy. Go for the gusto. Sometimes we miss. But if you miss, all you're going to do is be like, okay, I'm off by like 2 feet. Let me try this again. That's the energy you need. Because it's saying, feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, that seems to be a theme tonight, y'all. Prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. Do me a favor, Devin, and I want you to just put one thing in the comments that you are totally and absolutely grateful for. Just one thing. Actually, everybody do that. Write in the comments one thing you're grateful for. I'm going to do it too. Boom. One thing. Just one thing you're grateful for. Everything you need is already being placed on the platter for you. Just trust it and believe it. Now, Dev, I'm going to pull this card for you too. Oh, girl, look at that. What if it's possible that you, Devin, are getting stronger than you realize? Choose to recognize and celebrate each step you take. Who next? Who next? Go on and chop me up next, please. Ain't the chopping block is it, sis? All right. All right. We got fourth house. Mercury again. You communication stuff. Okay. Oh Lord. Y'all, you gonna be mad. That Libra came up again. Girl, let it go. Okay, here we go. So the situation at hand is in Mercury. Once again, just like our fellow friend Miss Tab, this is pertaining to communication or intellectual matters, okay? And it's also asking you what's logical in this situation. Yes, girl. I know, right? Yes, Devin, grateful for all life lessons, for sure. Yes, ma'am. Then once again, we got this Libra energy popping up as the emotional side of the situation. Now I know what you're gonna say because you're gonna say this to me later, but hear this out. It's like you're seeking balance, or you may be trying to force peace in some stressful scenario. This may be a time to just do your best to just release and just let go. Okay. Now, this time it's in your fourth house. Girl, girl. Okay, so domestic situation, just letting go. Okay. But this can also pertain to your home life. You might be feeling a little indecisive or stretched at both ends when it comes down to your home life. Um, Possibly making ends meet. It's not necessarily about monetary. It's more so about the domesticity of everything. So, like, finding your place in a new situation versus the old, where you felt like you had your place. You knew what was expected. And then I know you personally, so being a Taurus, that can be a little uncomfortable. Whenever the Taurus's routines get disrupted, it can throw them off a little bit and it kind of send them spinning. But it's okay, because just like I told Tabby earlier, the same applies to you. Like, sometimes things are removed and it feels like snatched, but that's the only way we're going to pause, throw in some self sacrifice, pause, get to a place where we trust spirit and learn how to go with the flow. We got to release control. Remember, we were talking about this in the beginning. It's time to release control over our situations and start trusting the process. Because sometimes when we try to control something so much, we lose sight of the entire situation because we're zoned in and focused heavily on the very thing we're trying to control. But when you release control, it allows you to kind of pull back and just watch it happen. And then when you get to the end, you be like, oh, that's why that happened. But if I'm too busy trying to control it, I'll miss the whole message. I'll miss everything. Remember, I also said earlier, every mistake is a lesson. It's the obstacle course of life. Our mistakes is what teach us. That doesn't mean make the same mistake over and over again. But when you do make a mistake, because we all will, it's inevitable. When we make those mistakes, y'all, I'm telling you, the lesson that come from that mistake, girl, put that in your little toolbox so you can use it later. Because you just gained some knowledge, just gained some wisdom. You ain't gonna have to go through that again the same way. And you'll be able to help somebody else. So with that, mm, look at that. Y'all sound like somebody, grandma. I'm so sorry. Nope. I apologize because I'm not sorry. Anyway, what if it's possible that the universe is conspiring for your success, Yoni? Why don't you choose to welcome divine help and synchronicity? Literally everything I just said. Boom. Straight like that. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? All right, y'all. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you something real quick. Big facts is right with two X's. Literally. Okay. This StreamYard be doing a lot, but I'm catching on, y'all. I'm proud of myself. Okay. So, first and foremost, as we move on, or as we move toward the first quarter moon in Aquarius that's happening on Wednesday, this is your reminder, okay? Balance your depth, the things you're deft with detachment. So the things that come at you, let's start practicing some detachment. Let's start detaching from the things we think mean so much to us. A lot of times the reason why we hold on to so much, honestly, it's the trauma response. We're afraid of losing something or not getting our way, period. Don't take things so personal that you miss the lesson. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Don't take things so personal that you miss the lesson. Okay? Now, if this message resonated with anybody on the line tonight, you can either book a soul session with me where we get a little bit deeper into the situation. It's a 45-minute situation. It's cute. I'll pull a little bit from your chart, pull a little bit from the cards, pull a little bit from my transformational coaching. We can get into it and find something that may better suit you, a new solution. Or you can book a clarity card reading with me. It's just Past, present, future, if you want that. Maybe this was enough for you tonight, and that's okay too. All right. Link to everything is in my bio, so please check me out. Once again, also have the Intuitive Hour group. I will be posting a question as soon as this stream is over. Just become a member of my site. Join in. We can chit chat, kiki, and ha ha all week long. Drop cards for you, whatever you need. But I need some friends because it's just me in there. I need y'all. Anyway, but yeah. And then this is a way we can keep the energy flowing all week long, like I already said. Okay. Also, love donations. They not expected, but they are very much appreciated. Cash App is at the 11th path. Venmo is also at the 11th path. Holla at your girl if you can. If you can't, I'll see you next week. We'll get through this together. So just know I love y'all. Much, 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 much love, nieces and nephews. And I'll see y'all next time, okay? We out here, and I'll see y'all next week. Ashe. Love y'all. Be good. Mwah.